time to cut out the little locking bar that goes inside the safe. So the lock bar locks on this side, the door's on the other side. I'll explain as we go. But that piece is just a simple thin stick. This was a piece of scrap I found in the back. I planed it down to a 1/2 inch thick. I actually just planed it straight to that. I haven't even run it through the wide belt sander yet. And what I need to do is cut it 3/4 of an inch wide. So 1/2 by 3/4 by 9 when I'm done. This is way over 9 inches. Now it's tricky to cut on this that narrow, but set it down to 3/4 of an inch. And this is one of those rare times where one of the only ways to do it is to lift the guard out of the way. So I'm going to cut through and keep my left hand on it, and this will be on top until I get to here. Then I'm going to go back and push it through. So here's how it's done. Now this only works if you have a board that's wide enough that I can still get my left hand on there. Anything really narrow, throw it away and get a bigger piece. Here's the safe. It's turned upside down. So this represents up, and so I have it upside down. The locking bar is going to go along the top edge. Now, of course, it's way too long, so we need to mark it to the right length. Just push it against the side, just a little. So I'm not way in at an angle. Just a little inside, and then mark it like that. You're going to cut on that side of the line, and then we'll sand it a little bit, glue it, and nail it right in. On this, I don't really like the sharp edges on the top, and this is up. So it's going to sit like that, not flat down like that. So I'm going to lightly round these edges on the sander. And I may sand the faces just a hair, there and there. That's about all I need. I just don't want it sharp. But I would still keep it mostly square. Now that I've got my stick, it fits just fine. But now I need to know where to put it. And that's very easy to do. First, double check, close your door, and push the stick against the door until it is perfectly flush here. The door's not closing way too far in or way too far out. Nice and flat right here. Okay, that's where it's going to go. Now, if you want to draw a line with a pencil and then be able to put it back, that works great. That's totally up to you. So put that back flush, pencil, and now I know where it goes. Now I'm going to put a line of glue, not very much, just a thin line of glue there. It's no reason for me to have it squirting all over the place and making another mess. On the safe, I just sanded a little bit ago, and push it down on top, right where that line was. Because if there's no line, you put it down and then shift it back, you're going to leave a lot of glue that has to be sanded out or it turns white. Then that goes back, push it in so it is perfectly in place. I mean, that's right on the money. That's right where I want it. And I'm holding down, I'm actually shoving down on that bracket right now. Just a few seconds to hold it in place. Still good. There's a little glue there, but that's okay. I can clean that up. Grab a gun with long nails. And it should barely fit in. I'm going to put one there and one here. That's it. If you want to putty those, go ahead, but they will really never be seen. Now the door will shut and it's nice and flat. That's what we want. Now it's time to put in the lock and we'll be able to figure out our combination.